Hey, what's up, people? Yeah, man. It's been a whole lot going on in the world and all that, man. And I know sometimes, it'll do real good to give people, words of encouragement. Because right now I'm somebody, I don't particularly need a word of encouragement, but I know that helps people, and so that's what I want to give out to a lot of y'all, real quick, man. You know what I mean? And I want to start this off by saying it's like, this is the thing, I'm not trying to disrespect the dead and all that, but I have to use some of this stuff as references. But I already have asked God, to make it to where that these souls, I prayed for them that they, be able to get it right in the next incarnation. You know what I mean? So understand, so understand that. So whenever I'm putting these clips in and stuff like that, I actually want the best for these souls. You see what I'm saying? And did something in order to actually have that happen. You see what I'm saying? Because, sometimes, man, and throughout all our lifetimes, man, you know what I mean? We done had lifetimes where we done been lost before. You know what I mean? And so, I definitely hope, I'd rather people get it right than get it wrong. But at the same time, man, some people, they got checks and balances in the universe for a reason. Yes, God is all loving and forgiving, but God will motherfucking goddamn take out a whole damn city. You know what I mean? They got checks and balances. If they didn't have certain checks and balances, then they shit. There's warrior angels in heaven. But anyway, it's a lot of y'all who I've heard y'all stories, or I've checked out y'all, a lot of y'all's work, and I've checked out a lot of things. You know what I mean? And I want you to know that I seen it, and I understand more than people think I do. You know what I'm saying? I see how some of your enemies, you know what I mean? The little games they play, how they taunt you online, and then they brag, like they own their brag, and it's like, and see, this is the thing, and this is, all they could really do, they already lost. All they can really do is try and make you like impatient, or make you think that stuff you're doing isn't working, or you're not moving forward, and it's silly shit. I see some of that shit. You know what I mean? Or I'll see like that, some people who they'll have like certain celebrities, and I'm not like Crip Mac. Actually, Crip Mac, he's a good-hearted dude. I really feel that, and then I see how much stuff he goes through, and see all the hate maneuvers, and I see a lot of that. Motherfucker be on the goddamn everybody with dark eyes is evil, but if somebody has eyes that look like a great white shark, that's usually there's always some shit with them. I seen their ass, they on the videos with their jet black ass eyes, talking about God, love, and Jesus, and then on the motherfucking weekend, they trying to destroy people's lives, playing with Satan, playing with satanic spells, doing all kinds of evil shit. But this isn't for the haters. You know what I'm saying? This is for the people that's listening to this. I know in your life they got a whole lot of people, man. They have chosen to give in to the darker desires when they know better. You know what I'm saying? And so this is what I would want to tell you. The difference between you and them is you are authentic. You the real one. They the counterfeit. And you are actually trying to do the best you can, and doing good deeds, and really meaning them. So, and it's like, this is the thing. They all will get it. They gon' get it, and you know what? For some of them, it's not gonna be good. They can be as arrogant as they want. Yeah, I see how some of these people fuck with some of y'all. I seen it. They wouldn't gang up on you if they could handle you by your goddamn, if they could handle you by yourself. They get it. They gonna get it. It's gonna happen. Oh, it's gonna happen. Believe that shit. Cause when you apart, when you do it, whenever you do it evil, no good gonna come of it. Okay? Running around fucking people's lives up, running around doing all kind of corrupt shit, running around putting spells on you, putting black magic spells on good people, on innocent people, doing killing people in sacrifices and rituals, and attach to that energy, and think that just because they ass right now isn't being tortured and held by Pinhead, or some worse than Pinhead, that they are winning. No, bitch, you are far from winning. They talk shit. They talk shit. And this is the thing. Let me give you some examples. So, like I said, I'm gonna tread this lightly, and like I said, man, this is an inspirational message. Me, I'm fine. I appreciate all the care. I appreciate the care and concern. You know what I mean? What some of y'all have picked up on is y'all probably picked up on with my whole thing I was doing with the eclipse and then purging and stuff like that. That's what a lot of y'all picked up on. But I appreciate the care and concern. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, things so much stuff has settled down for me so much, you know what I'm saying? But I actually there's a lot of this stuff I don't want to get into, but I definitely received a new gift that I'm not going to talk about, So that's what a lot of y'all picked up on. I was used to all this kind of stuff, and so I'm pretty sure y'all know who Whitey Bulger is, you know what I mean? And I don't know everything about him, but what I do know about him is that he hurt a whole lot of people, a whole lot of people. He killed a whole lot of women, and that's just the shit that we know about, you know what I'm saying? And the whole deal with the snitching and not snitching, this is the thing. I guess in a way he was guilty, I can't say, but one thing I did like about him is he had his Irish brothers and sisters in Ireland. They needed help, and then he did try to send help, and I mean, and that's how this shit'll happen to you. It'll get you in a way you don't expect. You see what I'm saying? Which, all these years went by. I got away from the feds. Got away with all that murder and all that shit and all the people that was hurt. The motherfucker was in prison. He went to prison in Alcatraz. That means this motherfucker was a gangster on a level that probably a lot. It's serious. You know what I mean? Very serious. So, so this is my whole point. Okay, he got away. All the shit he did with the FBI and all that, and got away with it for years. Thought he got away with it and he was an old ass man. All the strength is gone in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? Just he wasn't able to defend himself. When all those years or whatever, and then, one day, some people put some locks in some sock and beat his ass to death with him. A senior citizen, I can't even imagine killing an old man, but, it is what it is, though. You know what I mean? And that took all those years. It took a long time, but he got it. And if he would have died and not had received what he gave out, that means it's even worse. That means you gonna have some next lifetime, man. It's gonna be some bad shit. Like it's just some bad shit. You know what I mean? They got that. Let's see, what else? It's so many stories, man. You know what I mean?
Did this convicted hitman take out mob boss Whitey Bulger? Freddie Gias has been named as one of 4 inmates who beat Bulger to death in his prison cell with a padlock inside a sock, according to a published report. The beating was so savage, 89-year-old Bulger was unrecognizable when his body was found. It's believed he had a target on his back because he'd been exposed as an FBI informer. Freddie hated rats, one source says. He's serving life for a gangland slaying and reportedly didn't dispute his role in Bulger's killing. Bulger's killers were seen on surveillance tape entering his cell around 6 a.m., moments after the cell was unlocked for breakfast. The killers reportedly tried to cut out his tongue and gouge out his eyes. Traditional payback for an informer.
Whitey became a sellout, and he paid the price for that.
Larry Levine of Wall Street Prison Consultant served 10 years in federal prison.
The inmates know what time the doors open. The inmates knew what cell he was in. So the locks open on the doors. Boom. They rush in. They take care of business.
Joe Berlinger directed a Whitey Bulger documentary.
When I heard he had been killed in prison, I thought that, at least there's some measure of justice for some of the victims' families.
Hey. Patricia Donahue, the widow of a Whitey Bulger victim from Boston, and her son Thomas were so happy to learn of Bulger's slaying, they celebrated with a bottle of champagne.
To Dad, and no more Bulger.
This notorious drug lord, Alpo Martinez, shot and killed on the streets of Harlem. He was a larger-than-life figure who seemed to defy death. Fox 5's Lisa Evers goes over who he was and why he might have had a long list of enemies.
He was one of the city's most notorious drug dealers, famous since the 1980s for his murderous ways and mountains of cash and drugs, immortalized in dozens of rap songs and the movie Paid in Full. But it all came to an end for Alpo Martinez right here on the streets of Harlem, right where it all began. These are exclusive photos of Alberto Alpo Martinez on previous visits to Harlem in recent years. But his latest visit turned out to be his last. On Sunday, about 3:20 a.m., police were called to Frederick Douglass Boulevard near West 147th Street. A dark red pickup truck crashed into parked cars. The driver was shot 5 times in the chest through the car window and killed.
I heard 5 shots, 1 and then four consecutive shots after that.
It was Alpo, but his driver's license and other IDs had his witness protection name of Abraham Rodriguez with a Lewiston, Maine address. The murder scene stretched for blocks up to 151st Street. Alpo had been given a new identity when he was released from a Colorado Supermax prison in 2015 after serving more than 20 years for 14 murders. But instead of lying low, he couldn't seem to stay away from New York.
He's been seen riding around Harlem most of the time. He's been seen down in Harlem a lot.
In addition to the murder convictions, Alpo was widely believed to have turned on many of his former associates in order to shave years off what could have been a life sentence. There is no shortage of people who may have wanted payback.
Other than him being who he is, there seems to be a thing with guns going on that everyone's, it's getting out of hand with the guns. Everyone seems to have a gun right now.
Sources tell me that Alpo may have been shot while sitting in his car further down the block and then tried to drive away to escape. Investigators will be looking at forensic evidence as well as surveillance video to get a clearer picture of what really happened. In Harlem, I'm Lisa Evers, Fox 5 News.
I seen how shook some of your haters got when you might have said this or you might have said that. Motherfucker was scared. You put the fucking fear of God in the motherfuckers. If the ass wasn't guilty, wouldn't have been shook like that. People see that. I done already told people what they need to know about my story so that in case something was to happen to me, I ain't getting away with the shit. You should do the same shit. Because you are trying to do the right thing. See what I'm saying? They could run around this motherfucker with their bullshit. They think that they really, it's funny now. It's real motherfucking funny. It ain't gonna be too motherfucking funny. Whenever they finally see, they gonna see. Man, I was praying for I was praying for I believe it was Tuesday. I was praying for everybody. I was like the people who righteous, who, they might be going through, stuff or whatever. Man, I was praying. And it started lightning, thundering, and roaring all around the house. That kind of stuff happens a lot. A lot. And the only thing is scarier than a demon is a motherfucking warrior angel. And that's what you got back at you. You know what I mean? And a lot of y'all the kind of people, if something happens to you, man, That's gonna be even worse for me. You see what I'm saying? I know a lot of y'all go through a lot of shit, man. Trust me, I've been through so much shit too. And for me to even be sitting here talking to you is a miracle. Oh my God, man. People who know me, they know. And then also, if you look at it, a lot of y'all are blessed in so many ways, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes, man, and this is something I've done before. Sometimes we so wrapped up into certain stuff or whatever that sometimes we don't really see. We don't really take the time to notice, you know what I mean, about a lot of the good things that, that we got. A lot of y'all are prospering. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all are prospering, and y'all are just stacking. Ooh, I'm getting chills in my body right now. Yeah, and a lot of y'all are just stacking up good deed after good deed after good deed. Oh my God, some of y'all are stacking so many. Ooh, get the chills. Ooh, oh my God, y'all are stacking. Ooh, this shit feels electric. Man, oh man, from my heart to y'all's heart, man. You know what I mean? I want the best for y'all. A lot of y'all are prospering. You got big followings. You got people who respect you. Yeah, and then and it's one of you. So for some of y'all, it's one of you, and all these motherfuckers everywhere trying to take you down. And even if you get knocked down for a second, you get back up strong. You see what I'm saying? That's all they can try. That's all a lot of them can do. A lot of y'all are prospering. You're going to be prospering even more. Some of y'all have inspired me so much. Really, man. It's still really good men and women out here, dog. Thanks, man, bro. I'm telling you, man. Sometimes it's just... and some people might not understand right now, but anybody who is connected to me and sincere, people that know me, they know this. When I win, you win. When I win, you win. I'm a very generous person, man. You see what I'm saying? And I'm somebody who, I cherish people who in my life who, that doesn't mean everything's perfect all the time, but I cherish good people. I cherish people that help me and things like that, man. And so you have blessings to look forward to. You see what I'm saying? You have blessings to look forward to. A lot of these people, what they have to look forward to is a lot of pain. A lot of them got a lot of bad shit to look forward to, and it don't matter whether I want the best for individuals, but man, like I said, it's checks and balances. It's checks and balances. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna go ahead and keep forging ahead, and we gonna go ahead, man. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna be able to stop the shit. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna be able to stop the shit. And if you do get knocked down, you got people around you who care about you to help you up, and then you get back up strong. You see what I'm saying? Because there's nothing stronger than a man or a woman, you know what I mean, who has been broken before and rebuilt themselves. If you ain't never had to deal with nothing like that, then I'm sorry. I probably could respect, other things about you, you know what I mean, that I might not have or I might could learn from, but we just ain't the same and don't have the same viewpoint. You see what I'm saying? I mean, just straight up, and now in my life is a time for where I go ahead, chill out a little bit, man, and just enjoy the happy stuff, you know what I'm saying? Enjoy the happy stuff, because that's what it's that time now, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it really is, and just know, these motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, who fucking with you and doing all this shit, you know what I'm saying, one day, like I said, the only thing worse than a demon is a warrior engine, you know what I'm saying? We don't want to get it, I don't want to go there today, so, yeah. And then some of these, I didn't want to make this real long. I wanted to make this real short, man. For everybody who shows me care and concern and all that, man. I really do, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate that, and for any of y'all, man, I have videos on my page. Check out the Eclipse one and the one with the quadruple twos and all that, and because there's prayers and blessings, in there for everybody that does anything good, good for me. You know what I mean? I want you to receive, rewards, rewards, and I want the best for y'all. But like I was saying though, you got, if you did die, you got heaven to look forward to, and stuff like that, man. So I wanted to give y'all that, that inspiration. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Wanted to give y'all some of that inspiration and just put some more good seeds out there, man. I mean it from the heart too. See what I'm saying? So, I see a lot of stuff I don't even speak on, man. I see past a lot of stuff. A lot of times I don't. A lot of it I don't even ever speak on. But people don't even know. I don't know how these people think that this is. It's like it's stupid. It is. But anyway, fuck all that shit. You know what I mean? And I hope the souls of these people in the clips get it. I hope that their souls get it right. And I made a prayer for them to, get it right. But whenever you decide to mock God and mock the Most High, and you round this motherfucker doing all kind of evil and killing people and killing kids and blowing up buildings with people in them and having intergalactic slave trades and fucking talking about Jesus Christ, and then you're doing death rituals on people, satanic magic, you're trying to fuck people's lives up, you're abusing your goddamn spiritual gifts, and that's why the motherfuckers got took. You're doing all this shit, blackmailing people and all this shit, and you mocking God. And you think you
people who mocked God and what happened to them. All religion in this world teaches its believers to abide by its laws. God also prohibits us from challenging its authority. No matter how much fame, money, and success you have, it does not give you the license to think that you are beyond God's reach. Even in the Bible, God deals with King Nebuchadnezzar, who sees himself as God. But before that, kindly subscribe and turn on the notification button for more quality videos like this. Thank you. Here are influential people who famously mocked God and ended up dead. 1. Tancredo Neves, President of Brazil. During his presidential campaign, he said if he got 500,000 votes from his party, not even God would remove him from presidency. Sure, he got the votes, but the unfortunate he got sick a day before he was made president and died. 2. John Lennon, the Beatles. John Lennon was a British legendary who co-founded the British invasion band called the Beatles in the 1960s. Lennon and co-writer Paul McCartney wrote hundreds of songs together along with George Harrison and Ringo Starr. And together they remained at the top of the list for nearly a decade. The ladies were head over heels in love with John Lennon. Some years ago, during his interview with an American magazine, Lennon had said, "Christianity will end, it will disappear. I do not have to argue about that. I am certain. Jesus was okay, but his subjects were too simple. Today we are more famous than him." 1966. On the 8th of December 1980, Lennon was shot 6 times in his head by one of his fans in front of his house and died on the spot. Interesting fact, he kind of did predict how he would die. Now, that's spooky. 3. Cazuza, bisexual Brazilian composer, singer and poet. During a show in Canicio, Rio de Janeiro, while smoking his cigarette, he puffed out some smoke into the air and said, "God, that's for you." He died at the age of 32 of lung cancer in a horrible manner. 4. Thomas Andrews, Titanic shipbuilder. Thomas Andrews, who built the Titanic. After the construction of Titanic, a reporter asked him how safe the Titanic would be. With an ironic tone he said, "Not even God can sink it." The result, I think you all know what happened to the Titanic. 5. Marilyn Monroe, Hollywood celebrity. She had a perfect life anyone could ever dream of, a remarkable amount of wealth and great fame. She was visited by Billy Graham during a presentation of a show. He said the Spirit of God had sent him to preach to her. After hearing what the preacher had to say, she said, "I don't need your Jesus. A week later, she was found dead in her apartment. 6. Campinas in 2005. In Campinas, Brazil, a group of friends, drunk, went to pick up a friend. The mother accompanied her to the car and was so worried about the drunkenness of her friends. And she said to the daughter holding her hand, who was already seated in the car, "My daughter, go with God and may He protect you." She responded, "Only if He, God, travels in the trunk, cause inside here. It's already full." Hours later, news came by that they had been involved in a fatal accident, everyone had died. The car could not be recognized what type of car it had been. But surprisingly, the trunk was intact. The police said there was no way the trunk could have remained intact. To their surprise, inside the trunk was a crate of eggs, none was broken. 7. Christine Hewitt. Jamaican journalist and entertainer, said the Bible, Word of God, was the worst book ever written. In June 2006 she was found burned beyond recognition in her motor vehicle. Humans can only come up with theories, but God alone knows the true reasons for their death. Leave your comment on this.
Yeah, you mocking God. Matter of fact, I'm about to get into my preaching mode. You want to mock the Most High. You want to mock God's children. You want to mock the chosen. Would you want to stop people from... You want to stop people from being happy. Shit. No, bitch, you ain't getting away with it. You ain't nasty, bro. Yo, this is the trip, man. And you think you gonna be okay? You gonna get away with it? No, bro. This shit here is crazy. I mean, I don't know, man. But matter of fact, I didn't want this to be long. The last clip at the end is what I want you to do inside of your heart. Trust me. Just the last clip at the end, you know, just do this in your heart. Pretend it's you. I've used it a lot of times before I have faced some things that I won't talk about. You know what I'm saying? It's a trip, man. Oh my God. But yeah, man. So anyway, I'm gonna talk to y'all later, man. And you know, God bless y'all, man. You know what I mean? And I hope the people that ain't on board, I hope they get on board. But some people ain't gonna be able to get on board. Some people need this. Some people need to sink. If they would sink, it would be so much better for the planet. God damn, bro. Anyway, yeah, man. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. But yeah, got prayers in here for y'all too, man.